Hello everyone. We were discussing about journal entries for the issue of shares by the company. In that, the last video we were discussing about the calls in arrears and calls in advance. Now, we are going to see if both the calls in arrears and calls in advance comes together, how we can prepare the journal entries. That means journalizing the issue of shares at the time when there is both calls in arrears and calls in advance. Let us explain that with the help of an example. Here a company issued 50,000 shares. Its application money rupees 3. Allotment money rupees 2. First call rupees 2 again. Second and final call rupees 3. Then on making allotment X paid first and second call for his 200 shares. 200 shares. This is on making allotment. Who paid? X paid. Then on making first call, P did not pay. First call money. For his 100 shares. Okay. Then on making second call, P did not pay. That means he did not pay first call and second call money. Okay. Otherwise, we can write it together. On making first call and second and final call, he did not pay for 100 shares. He did not pay for 100 shares on making first call and second call. And here calls in advance is there. Calls in advance is there for 200 shares. If we want, we can add one more calls in advance. One more calls in advance we can make. On making first call, Z holding 300 shares paid second call money also. So these are the two calls in advance, and this is the calls in advance. Now we are going to see how we can enter this transaction. Okay, let us see the first one. First journal entry will be on receipt of application money. On receipt of application money, the journal entry will be bank account debtor to equity share application. Or otherwise, it is not mentioned that equity share, so we are simply writing here share application. How many shares? 50,000 shares into 10. That means 5 lakh. Okay, here also 5 lakh. Then this is over. Next, on transfer of application money. What can be the journal entry? Share application. Application money is how much rupees? Application money is 3. So it will be 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Sorry. Here share application. Account debtor to share capital 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Okay. Now the third one, on due for allotment. On due for allotment. On due for allotment, the journal entry can be share allotment debtor, share allotment debtor to share capital. Share allotment debtor to share capital. What is the amount for share allotment? Share allotment 2 rupees into 50,000. 50,000 into 2. That means 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. Then the third journal entry, on receipt of allotment, the journal entry will be bank account debtor. Bank account debtor to share allotment. Share allotment. See, bank account debtor to share allotment. Share allotment, how much we have to get? We have to get for 2 rupees for 50,000. That means share allotment is 50,000 into 2. We have to get. That means 1 lakh rupees we have to get. Okay. 1 lakh rupees we have to get. Then here how much we will get? One shareholder paid first and second call. Let us see one more thing we are adding here. Here in the allotment itself, if there is arrear, what to do? If there is calls in arrear in allotment itself, what to do? That we can add here one more point. Suppose Q did not pay any amount from allotment. We will see, we will write it separately. We can write here Q. Q is a shareholder. He did not pay allotment call money for his 300 shares. 300 shares. 300 here, once 300 is there, so we can change it. 200 is there. Let it be 400 share. 400 share. One more adjustment we added. Not getting confusion. Here did not pay. P did not pay 100 shares for first and second call. Another one is there. Q did not pay calls this money for allotment and call money. That means 2 arrears are there and 2 advance are there. That's what we are going to see how to reach. So we have to get 50,000 shares at the rate of rupees 2, 1 lakh rupees as allotment. Then calls in arrear is there. Calls in arrear how much? Calls in arrear. How much share? 400 into 2. How much it is? 800. And there is calls in advance. Calls in advance how much? On making allotment, X paid first and second call for 200 share. He paid first and second call money. So calls in advance. Bank account attached to calls in advance. How many shares? 200 share into first and second call money he paid both. That means 5 rupees. 5. Okay, 200 into 5. That means 1000 rupees he paid. 1000 rupees he paid along with the allotment. So total have to get 1 lakh 1000. 1 lakh 1000 we had to get. In that 800 did not get. So 1 lakh 1000 minus 800. 1 lakh 200. 1 lakh 200. Okay, this is regarding receipt of allotment. Clear? Now, the fourth journal entry, due for first call. So, due for share first call. What is the journal entry? Share first call. Debtor to share capital. How much? Here we have to take for the full, because we will not adjust any arrear or advance amount in the due entry, because we don't know that this time there will be arrear or advance. So we can write full. How many shares in total? 15,000 into first call 2. So how much? 1 lakh rupees. Here also 1 lakh rupees. Okay. Due entry for first call over. Now we are going to see the next journal entry. That shall be right here on top. This is clear. So I can claim here. Okay. Then on receipt of first call. On receipt of the first call, what will be the journal? Normally we will write bank debtor to share first call. This is the journal entry we have to write. Here in this case, first call money, how much we have to get? 50,000 into 2 rupees. That means 1 lakh we have to get. Then here in first call there is an arrear. did not pay allotment and call money. So 400 shares did not pay call money or this allotment. So first call money also he did not pay, and here also on making first call and second and final call he did not pay 400 shares. That means for first call money 400 plus 100 500 shares they did not pay 2 rupees each. First call money we did not get 500 shares for 2 rupees. So we can write that calls in arrears. Calls in arrears. Calls in arrears delta. How much? 500 into 2. Okay, that means 1000. 1000 did not get. Then calls in advance we already received. Calls in advance. How much? Calls in advance was there for 200 share. So calls in advance delta 200 into 2. That means 400. So out of this 1 lakh, this much will not get. 1400 will not get. Okay, 1400 will not get. So we can write here. This is the total amount we have to get. Out of that 1 lakh, 1400 will not get. That means 98,600 will get. 98,600. Okay, bank account debtor 98,600, calls in arrears debtor 1,000, calls in advance debtor 400 to share first call. Okay, that's all. So we have adjusted here this arrear. Say this advance we have adjusted, and here one arrear. This arrear we have adjusted for 100. Then here 400. 500 is the arrear and 200 is advance. Both are adjusted. Now the next journal entry. 6th journal entry. On due for share second and final call. That means on second and final call due entry or transfer of that into capital. At that time the journal entry will be, there is no change for that journal entry. So we will write share second and final call debtor to share capital. How many shares? 50,000 into 3. 1,50,000. We already told that we are not expecting that these people will not pay. Calls in arrear will be there in share second and final call, and there is no need of adjusting advance also here. So here due entry will not be affected by calls in advance or calls in arrears. Then now the next journal entry. We'll write here the next one. This was the 6th journal entry. Then this was 7th one, and this is 8th one. On receipt of second and final call money. On receipt of second and final call money. What is journal entry? Bank account debtor. Bank account debtor. To share second and final call. Bank account debtor to share second and final. So share second and final call, how much we had to get? 50,000 shares into 3 rupees each. That means 1,50,000. Out of that there is calls in arrears. Calls in arrears. How many shares? We have told this 400 share did not pay and 200 share. Sorry, 100 share. This 100 share and this 400 share. So 500 share into 3. So how much? 1,500. 1,500 will not get. That means 500 into 3. Then calls in advance. Out of the total amount of calls in advance received, we have taken calls in advance for 500. This first call, 200 into 2. So remaining is there calls in advance. Calls in advance. Calls in advance, how much? 200 into 3. 5 rupees. So that means 200 into 3. 600 rupees. So total out of 1,50,000 we will not get 2,100 rupees. 2,100 rupees. That means we will get 1,47,900 rupees. 1,47,900 rupees only we will get for second and final. Okay. Out of the calls in advance, total calls in advance, how much we had? 200 share into 5 we had. That means 200 share paid first call and second call along with allotment. So it was 1,000 rupees calls in advance. Out of that calls in advance, 400 is taken here first call and remaining 600 is taken for second call. So total 1,000 is taken. Okay, so full 1,000 is adjusted here. So these are the journal entries for adjustment of calls in advance and calls in arrears. Then now let me draw the calls in advance account. Calls in advance account. That means we can just see that how the calls in advance looks like. So this is the calls in advance account. Calls in advance account. So we can write the heading calls in advance account. So in calls in advance, while getting the money for allotment, we have written bank account debtor to calls in advance. So we can write here by bank how much? 200 shares were there into 5 rupees we received. That means 1,000 rupees we received. Okay, out of this 1,000 rupees, we have transferred here calls in advance debtor to share first call. So we can write here to share first call. How much? 400 we have taken here. Then at the time of second call, how much we have taken? Calls in advance debtor to share second and final call. Share second and final call. How much? 600 is taken. So total 1,000 is completed. Now So at the time of getting the calls in advance, we have credited that amount by bank this much, and that full amount is cancelled. That means calls in advance account is cancelled. Okay, so this is the way of preparing calls in advance. Clear? Then calls in arrears. When calls in arrears were there, total calls in arrears was, what was the journal entry written there? Calls in arrears debtor to share first call. Okay, so let us prepare the calls in arrears account also. Calls in arrears account. Calls in arrears account. In that, see, calls in arrears on making the allotment, Q did not pay for his 400 shares. So at that time we have written in that journal entry, calls in arrears debtor to share allotment. So calls in arrears debtor to share allotment. This for understanding purpose I am writing here 200 into how many shares? Sorry, 400 shares. So 400 into 2, 800. Okay. On making the first call, 400 share and 100 share, 500 share call. So calls in advance debtor to, calls in arrears debtor to share first call. Calls in arrears account debtor to share first call. That means 500 into first call 2. That means 1000. 1000 rupees. Then on making the second call, there also calls in arrears was there. Calls in arrears debtor to share second and final call. 500 into 3. So here share second and final call. 500 into 3. 1500. Okay. So when the shareholder pays the amount, we will write that amount in the credit side. Okay, that amount will be taken in the credit side. That means bank account debtor to calls in arrears account. So here we will write bank account. Okay, until then we will balance we will keep it as the balance 2000, 3300. This will be balance carried out. Okay, so this is the way of preparing calls in advance account and calls in arrears. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. So today this is the end of the today's section where we studied how to adjust calls in advance and calls in arrears in the same row. Okay.